For more from our new CBS poll, we're joined now by our Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto. Anthony, a lot of focus on immigration here this morning. That issue, the mass deportation election promise from President Trump, it used to really be a winning one for him. He began the term with majority support. He's now down to 46% approval. What accounts for that drop?
So for the program, it's about the who and the how that's driving views of it. And here's what I mean. The who. Who do people think the administration is targeting for deportation? It used to be more people thought it was just dangerous criminals. Now it's more people think it's expanded beyond that. That goes with more disapproval of the program. Then the how. When I ask people, what do you think of the ICE operations, the tactics that you see? Are they about right? No, more people now say they think they're too tough. That goes with more disapproval. A couple of important points, though. Number one, Republicans remain very strongly supportive of this program. And Republicans stand out by saying they think the protesters against ICE operations have gone too far. So there's that dynamic, too. But sum it up this way. Difference between the perceived goals and the approach. The goals divide the country, are more mixed, but the approach, it gets more negative ratings. Goals versus approach.
So we've also seen the president very active abroad in this first year of his presidency, from Iran, potentially, to Greenland. Americans seem to say Trump's policies are going to decrease peace and stability in the world. That's what you found.
So
what's behind it?
Underneath that, a couple of things. Start with Greenland, right? The notion of using military force to take Greenland gets wide and bipartisan opposition. The notion of buying Greenland also gets opposition, gets disapproval. But it's the why here. What are the implications of it? You follow that up. Yeah, some Americans say it might give the U.S. access to resources it needs, but the larger implications that the U.S. might leave NATO, that there might be, as you mentioned, more, less peace and stability in the world, those things underpin those views. Iran, a little bit different here. Still majority opposition to the idea of taking military action to support the protests there, but it's the why. You do see a sizable number saying the U.S. might have a moral responsibility to do it, certainly to have strategic interests in the region, but also a majority saying they don't think the U.S. has effective plans for what to do about it. And that's important. Anytime people evaluate foreign policy, they want to see the plan. They want to see that laid out. And until they get that, you might see that majority disapproval.
And when you've been here throughout the past year, you have just emphasized, even with the last president, it's the economy, the economy, the economy. That's what Americans are really judging performance by.
I have, because that's what Americans keep telling us is very important. Really specifically, it's about prices. And this is not new. This has been not just this year, but it's been going back to the pandemic, really. People are still trying to adjust to a world in which they have these really high prices. What they're really concerned when they say they want the administration to focus on lowering prices more, and a majority has consistently said that they do, is they're talking about buying power. So I asked them, is your income keeping up with inflation? And big majorities say, no, it's not. That's been consistent across. Are they looking for prices to go down? Yes. They're looking systematically for deflation, not necessarily, but it's that buying power that underpins all that. Prices are the way that people evaluate the economy.
Always, right?
Yep.
It is an election year, as you know, and in the midterms, people judge often the party by its president. But what are you hearing when it comes to Democrats?
A couple of things for Democrats, a couple of challenges, if you will. First, does their party convince its voters that they have an effective way to challenge Donald Trump, which their voters want them to do? Right now, and increasingly, those voters say no. They don't think their party has an effective way. The second part of it is, just in terms of approach, do they need to offer a compelling alternative to the president? Right now, you ask who has the better approach. Donald Trump and the Republicans still lead the Democrats on the economy and on immigration. So going through the campaign, is it going to be enough to just say we're not Donald Trump, or do they need that alternative? It looks like people are saying they're looking for that compelling alternative.
Something we will ask our Democratic guests. Thank you very much, Anthony Salvanto.